Going to open up this Trendmasters Godzilla Wars Battra figure from the Heisei era Godzilla films. The box is pretty beat up here and there, and Battra is kind of dirty and hairy inside. Gonna open it up, clean it up, and see if we can change the batteries, get this roar feature going as well. Really wanted to add this one to my collection, but as far as I can tell, it never came out. Well, they've taped the card. How were you supposed to get this out of there? Trading cards were a pretty big deal back then. Well, I might just have to cut the tape away at the edges, because if I peel this off, it's going to rip the card. Look how nasty and hairy the edges are, though. That's why I need to get this cleaned up. Twisty ties release. There's no plastic covering it to protect it in the packaging, so clean it off, change the battery, come back fresh. There were never any batteries in it at all. Trying to get the sound going. The batteries fit in there so loose. It's not quite working when we hit the button, but ooh, if we reach in here, we reach in and push them, we can get the connection to complete. And then also I get electrocuted though, so it hurts, but I want you to be able to hear the sound. So I'm taking the juice, baby! Yep, doesn't work. I gotta go in myself. I don't know if they just don't make batteries how they used to, but they're not tight enough inside to complete the connection to power the sound chip. Come on. Ow. Okay. Says to use AG13, which is more or less the same as LR44, A76, all the different names for the tiny battery, but these are just seem like they're just a little too small. So I got Battra cleaned up. It was very sticky, dirty, hairy, and I think there was even some fungus starting to grow in the box. Just bought it off of eBay used. No protective window, so there is like, you know, there one of the spikes is kind of chipped off, but otherwise in okay shape. We got, you know, the wing flap here, and so you can kind of, spikies on the back and the wing. The head could probably turn all the way around, but the horns are blocking that. I was surprised the arms underneath, each individual arm can rotate. So you can kind of spread them out there quite a bit, get a different look going than just all of them lined up. I was kind of surprised they all moved on their own like that. And of course that's the battery hatch. 2 screws probably to split the entire body in half if you were really wanting to get in there. The face with the mandibles colored, just the eyes. He looks pretty awesome. I was surprised, you know, the first time finally getting a hold of the actual movie that Battra just wasn't like the enemy to fight. You know, he was a problem of his own against Mothra, but once Godzilla kind of gets into the fold, pretty interesting how they just kind of battle it out. So it's a movie worth watching. We didn't really see Battra much, but it was a cool new monster for that time period. You know, these toys came out in 1995 after versus Space Godzilla. We didn't get to Destroya. There's no Destroya in the toy line. So Heisei era monsters got figures and even a few older. And I really like this line. This is like the toy line of the time these were coming out, if you think about it, you know. There's better, more movie-accurate toys out there, but I just, since I had some of these as a kid growing up, I just really like this Godzilla Wars Trendmasters line. So I've been adding some of the monsters here and there when I can get a hold of them. Great to finally add Battra, even though the sound, it can work, maybe if I stuff something in there. But realistically, I'm just going to display these, so having the live batteries in there is, they're only going to end up leaking anyway, but it is cool if you can get the feature going, just to know that it does function. In this one, it's just something with the battery placement. I might have to add a plate or something to push them together easier. So click on like if you like seeing this close-up look at my Battra I'm adding to this collection. Let me know if you ever got to have Battra as a kid, or if you have it now in your collection like I'm adding this late to mine. Open up all my other collectibles and things here. So hopefully I can see you in the next video. Might even want to subscribe so you can see what else comes out. Roar, roar, roar.